Burn live. Marijuana keeping you connected, hashtagging these red eyes, changing the viewers I read, keeping underage smoking off social media, killing myself for your entertainment, sitting here with friends and family starting a cannabis session. Welcome. I just wanted to sound extra diddly don professional when I said that. How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another show. I appreciate everybody stopping by, coming through. Um, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you watch this show. I've noticed that I need to start doing that. It's not just about the lives. It's like I can't trip off the time because it's always gonna be an awkward time where somebody's watching. So I gotta be a little bit more aware and concerns for those in the mornings and in afternoons and the evening. Appreciate a quick shout out to everybody that's been liking the page, following the page. Appreciate it. I see all the remarks, I see all the likes, I see all the views. I'm seeing all of that. I highly appreciated of that. Go check out Cannabis Conservative, where we do nothing but news coverage over there, Monday through Wednesday. Like today is another news day where y'all know I bring y'all the receipts. That's what we about over here. What's up? What's up, Jugs? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. Man, life has been treating me good. Life has been treating me good. As you see, I got the podcast up and running. We sound a little better. We trying to get that professionalism on. That's what it's about, man. Just trying to look good, y'all. Also, like I said, this is a cannabis news podcast. I'm supposed to be sitting here talking with you guys, but if I can't bring you the receipts or a story to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Most people don't believe me. They don't think it's real. Um, all the excuses I done heard about why people sort of starting to like to show the new look that they're getting. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to show you guys, like, look, man, this is what we about over here. You know, that's what we is about over here. Um, a lot of things been going on in the news. Y'all know, been it's been mass shootings everywhere. It's been crazy with that. Shootings everywhere. Um, man, Democrats, Republicans, everybody shooting, mad. Everybody wants to blame the finger at who's to blame. How can we stop some of this madness and craziness that's going on? Everybody wants to point the finger at who. You know what I'm saying? So one of my questions is like, how can we come together? Period, and just help each other out. We not need to be sitting up here and like, okay, point the finger at this person, point the finger at that person. Nah, let's stop point the fingers for a second, or let's not point the fingers for today. For show today, for us right now, let's not point the fingers. Let's sit up here and say, how can we just try to make a difference? If we can start off in that small element, don't you think we'd be a little bit okay? I think we'd be a little okay. We'd be a little all right. Um, Still gonna be a small of a bumpy road, but I feel like we'd be all right. I feel like it's time to where we need to open our eyes and say, look, we are the blind. You know what I'm saying? Listen here, I am a conservative, so I would love to blame the leftists for all this, but I'm not. I'm finna sit up here and say, you know what? Let's stop blaming and let's start figuring out how can we come together and figure out a solution. Um, I've been really sitting and talking with people and like, man, having conversations after conversations after conversations, and either you're gonna disagree or agree. But one thing that never is brought up to the table is a solution of how we can solve the problem. Never hear that. Never come across the table. Never thought up like, hey, don't you think we should sit here and you know, if we can't get rid of the guns, what laws would you like to infiltrate to make the guns more stricter? Um, if you don't like the borders, because I done heard a lot of people say that the reason why they didn't like a certain person because they felt like they was going to get shipped off. All this wrong and false information when y'all listening to these stories and y'all read these headlines, y'all. I'm finna take a dab, y'all. Cheers. Ooh, I needed that dab. Y'all went all day today. And I smoked a couple of blunts and stuff like that. I didn't get to really smoke for real, for real. Too busy uploading reels and stuff like that, which I got a pretty good upload, pretty good upload. But back to the story, y'all. What are some solutions or some suggestions that we would like to put up to say, yo, you know what I'm saying? We need to try to better ourselves. The thing is, y'all, the feelings over putting to the side of things that's really justifying us and how we gonna sit up here and make our situation better. Now, I personally try to think without using my emotions. I really do. I really try to do that. Sometimes it's hard to do it, but I really try not to think with my emotion. I try to think like the worst, the worst scenario, the non-worst scenario. Okay, now let's find a middle ground that's not as worse and is not as good, and let's find that common understanding. And most of the time, when I do that to find a better understanding of a situation, it's always you always got to think about that hurtful that I can't believe you said that I can't believe you think like that process. You got to get that process passed first. You gotta unfortunately like when somebody said, man, unfortunately, you know, if seven of us on the ship and the ship was finna sink and we knew we had to knock one off the ship to keep the ship open. All right, who's gonna go? Unfortunately, somebody's gotta go. You gotta think like that when it comes to trying to solve something that a lot of people is gonna be affected by. When more than 8, 9, 10 people are gonna be affected by it, you gotta think of the harsh. What is the harsh consequences? And then most of the time, people come up with that and say that I had to come up with this solution because it was less consequences that I can deal with. Some people do it because it was money involved. There's a lot of scenarios that happens that sometimes we can appreciate, sometimes we don't like. We be like, you know what, that situation happened and the outcome happened. Like for my job, since I got my partner on here, you know how we working, and we're used to 134 hours of overtime. You know, maybe not everybody's getting it at the job, but the most common thing is 134 hours overtime. I was getting that every 2 weeks, y'all. Loving it. I was paying bills and paying rent and doing everything on my own. And I felt like my nuts was hanging, swinging. I was George of the jungle. And then, as in the movie and the cartoon would say, the white man came. The white man came and took my jungle away, took my animals, took my pets, took my hours away. And now I'm sitting up here like, John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. How am I going to pay for all my things? Yeah, John Jacob. Listen, there is a real story behind John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith too. Y'all, y'all know who in the building. Y'all know who in the building. I got Oracle in the building. I got Vigilante in the building. Y'all know. But John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith is really a urban legend or folktale. He really actually did something, and they just made fun of that John Jacob Jingleheimer to to sugarcoat everything that was going on. Oh yeah. I finally dumped my blunt and didn't have it all over the damn place. Yeah, there's a lot of urban legends, folk tales, Christmas, Easter, Halloween, Cinco de Niro, Cinco de. Do you know that is not what it is? It's not about the No, it's not that. It's not that at all. Cinco de Mayo is a war that the Mexicans had and actually won. They won that war to give them their freedom down in Mexico. They lost the full war, but that war right there was the biggest yeah, and what made them free. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So we up here thinking we celebrating the dead or celebrating something. No, we celebrating the freedom, which technically they didn't get the freedom to a whole year later or something. A year after the war, then they got their freedom. Just like I guess black folks in America, we didn't come free. The Declaration of Independence was written in 1776, but technically, black folks wasn't free in America till 1778. A whole year later, because they needed everybody around the country, around America, or the 13 colonies at that time to sign the Declaration. Yeah, because black folks still wanted slaves. Hey, I'm sorry. It's a fact. I'm sorry. I know people like that was wrong. That was racist, discrimination, and all that good stuff. But hey, in the 1800s, early 1800s, I think 1834, it was black owners that had slaves. It was over 3,000 slaves owned by black people in America. That is a lot of people owned by they saying, you know what I'm saying? And I understand now that I be thinking about that. When you put that out there, that situation, that scenario out there, that black folks kept other people enslaved, it was more. You would kind of think like, okay, it was best that you be with them people because them people knew more of what you wanted and how to help you better yourself. You know what I'm saying? It was better off you staying there on the plantation than you running off into the land, which you didn't know nothing, and can get killed, stabbed, starved to death, freeze to death, because we got all four seasons around here. So that's why a lot of people stayed and did crazy stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just trying to roll my blunt. And also talk about educational things and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. So y'all know what store we finna go to. We finna go to my boy. I had a guy that follows me on Cannabis Conservative that would want to know that I watch Black Conservative channel. I didn't answer him the way that he probably would have liked, and that's because I was more thinking about promoting myself. It was really more on a promotional tip, but thank God it did come through. But this story right here that we finna bring up is more about how people are still disappointed that Trump is still trying to run for office and he got all these allegations. And Hold on, it's a town hall meeting tonight? But basically, CNN is finna host a town hall meeting for Trump. And I've been knowing about this for for about a week now. I've been knowing about this. If y'all didn't know about this, this is what's finna happen. And he's finna talk about things that he's finna to run for in a new election. Now, CNN is hosting it, y'all. And a lot of people are looking at this like, why is CNN hosting this criminal on a show? And it's like, he's not a criminal. He got all these allegations and what people assume happened, and the prostitute and all that other stuff that's going on. There's no real story behind it. There's no real he did it, he didn't do it behind it. I'm just keeping it real. So obviously, Black Conservative Channel done found that The View done had a horse shit over it and wanted to explain it. Y'all know how Whoopi go. Come on, y'all. This Whoopi. So as they break it down, we finna roll our blunt smoking and listen to, oh Lord, what they got to say. Lord help us, Jesus.
Point of this new town hall that he's doing, and did we learn nothing from Les Moonves saying bad for the country but great for the network?
Well, that's what I'm so disgusted by, because again, when someone shows you who they are, you believe them. When you show that you are an insurrectionist, that you're a liar, that you're a bigot, that you're a racist, that you're sexist, that you're twice impeached, that you are currently a criminal defendant and likely to be a criminal defendant in 2 other jurisdictions.
Yeah.
I know everything I need.
And you
grab women by their genitals. I know everything I need to know about you.
But
right? And so I don't think you, just to put a button on it, I don't think that you give that type of person a platform. You don't do that. And I'm actually dismayed that CNN on May 10th at 8 o'clock is going to be giving, I just did a commercial for them.
You don't give a person like that a platform, but you gave George Floyd, who was a real convicted 10-time felony person, a platform. Monuments, marching in the streets. We gave him a platform. He wasn't a good guy. The guy that just got killed in Texas by the police officer who had a gun, who put the gun up, he was breaking the law. We gave him a platform. They're marching the streets for him. The guy in New York City who was a dancer or something in the subway or whatever, they got choked out. Yet again, there are articles, there are reports that he's a bad person, that he was doing bad things. He's getting a platform. They're marching in the streets. They're shutting down subways. So make that make sense.
I can't believe that they are giving him this platform. He is one of the most.
I have to disagree with you, Sonny.
What?
I have to disagree with you. I can't stand him, as you know.
Yeah.
But he is the front runner for the Republican Party.
Because that's the best they can come up with.
Let them do it. It's a free country. This is America. Let him go out there and let him show again to the American people that he is a sociopath.
All right, guys. So we got to talk about the mainstream liberal media and the panic that is happening because Trump is essentially tied with Biden in polls, okay? And you have one shock poll from ABC News showing Trump leading Biden, crushing Biden by 6 or 7 points. Again, this is unprecedented for a Republican to be this close to an incumbent Democrat this early on in the election cycle. Again, we're in the middle of 2023. The Republican primary hasn't really even started yet. DeSantis hasn't declared yet. He's expected to declare. I mean, we haven't even had a debate. And you already have Trump, who the mainstream liberal media has done nothing but smear. It's been scandal after scandal. And they're actually trying to send the guy to jail. The Democrats are actually trying to send him to jail. again, he's essentially tied with Biden in the aggregate polls. And there was one shock poll, again, from ABC News showing Trump crushing Biden by 6 or 7 points. Okay, I actually want you to watch this CNN segment of them discussing some of these new polls, because it is apparent that people are not only dissatisfied with Biden's performance because he's been a disaster across the board in regards to the economy, the border, crime, foreign policy, whatever. He's just been an absolute disaster. But people are also concerned about Biden's mental sharpness and his mental capabilities of continuing to serve. I mean, because the guy clearly is just not there mentally.
A new Washington Post ABC News poll found that 58% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning independents that they want their party, to nominate someone else. Biden's overall approval rating remains underwater as well. 36% approval, according to the Washington Post.
Now, the Democrats in a democracy world would see polls like that. Y'all, let me get this straight. Would see polls like that, and you would think that when you see that poll, you see that number, that y'all would actually listen to the people. Like, okay, the people have spoken. Let me go out here and let me go find something that's more suitable so we can win. This is why I call people independent people. Oh, I'm not left. I'm not right. I'm independent. You're a loser. And I listen, I used to be so scared to say, you know what I'm saying, admit that and just like straight up tell somebody that. But now, since I got a platform, I'm going to start telling. I mean, I told people to their faces, like, for people that claim independent, you are a loser. And you don't want to be looked at as such a loser that you're like the kid on the kickball team that didn't get picked. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to start my own team. You know what I'm saying? It takes 9 people to play baseball, to play kickball, right? So it's me versus you. You got your 9 players, I got my 9 players. And her old Timmy over here ain't got a team. So he be like, fuck it, I'm finna start my own team. I got my own 3 players. That is an independent person. That's the independent party. Now, people might like, that's a bad scenario. It may be a bad scenario, but look at everybody that's been independent. Only people that ran independent after they figured out that they wasn't going to win in their party. Then they went independent. Then they switched parties. I promise you, I even did my own smart research on it. That's how most people become independent, because 9 times out of 10, they finna switch parties. Okay? So you got the Democratic Party. Nobody's happy over there. Everybody, 58%. That's almost 60%. That's only meaning how many percent left? 40? That means 40% people is like, you know what, okay. And if you break down that 40%, which I know they didn't, I guarantee half of them like, yeah, but still undecided. I can probably almost guarantee that it's like that. So if it's a democracy type world, people have spoke, something should be done. Joe Biden should be up, or Joe Biden should have to definitely run against another Democratic party. Yeah. Flat out. Because the people have spoken. And these are polls. So technically these polls don't count now. But if somebody made a poll that really truly count, they have spoken.
ABC News poll. That's the lowest for any American president at this point in their first term. That's dating back to Harry Truman. Let's get to the White House right now. CNN's Arlette Saenz is standing by. Arlette, lay out for us how Biden stacks up, first and foremost, when it comes to the Republican frontrunner right now, Donald Trump.
One of the concerns that voters have expressed have to do with his mental sharpness. If you take a look at this poll, only 32% of voters said that the president, who is 80 years old, has the mental sharpness to serve effectively. Compare that to former President Donald Trump, where only 54% of voters said that the former president, who is 76 years old, has the mental sharpness to serve effectively. But I also want to show you what this poll has to say about hypothetical general election matchups. If you take a look at President Biden and Donald Trump, this shows that 38% of voters say they would definitely or probably vote for Biden, while 44% say the same for Trump. Then take a look at DeSantis. 37% say they definitely or probably would vote for Biden, compared to 42% for DeSantis. Now,
if Trump not running, if they decided to knock Trump out of office or say that he can't run or whatever, I'm definitely voting for DeSantis. I know for a fact, because he has proven, and this is the beautiful thing about a candidate that has a proven background. DeSantis has proven that the laws that I believe in, he's going to run. He's going to do it. I don't believe in kids should be getting sexualized in school. He's against that. He believes in babies and stomachs have rights too, just like babies when they're born. I believe that. He believes in that. So yes, I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting it out there. I would, you know what I'm saying? But it was DeSantis versus Trump. I can't wait to that fight. That's gonna probably be the best fight of my I wish it was a better word to say, but yes, I wish it was a better word to say. Yes,
one thing to note in this poll is these questions are worded differently compared to other polls that are evaluating these possible general election matchup, but it is still very, very early in the process.
Yeah, so what I found to be super fascinating about some of these poll numbers that Biden is getting is that it has become obvious that Democrat voters do not want Biden to be their nominee. And the people that scream about democracy, 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 right, the Democrats, they don't really seem to believe that much in democracy when it comes to actually letting the people that are their constituents decide who should be the nominee for the party. Again, that's extremely fascinating. Okay, it's almost as if they don't actually really believe in democracy. Okay, what they believe in is just power, right? Power and control. But again, like I told you guys, it's a good thing that we don't live in a full democracy. It's a good thing that we live in a constitutional republic. But speaking of CNN, CNN is actually getting a whole lot of backlash from the mainstream liberal media. In fact, their colleagues in the mainstream liberal media, they're upset with CNN for hosting this town hall featuring Trump, okay? Because again, Trump is virtually tied with Biden in a hypothetical 2024 matchup. And a lot of people don't like the fact that CNN is giving Trump a platform, okay? I mean, Trump's already coming out ahead of time, and he is trolling CNN, right, about this town hall that he's going to do. He actually wrote this. He said, quote, "I'll be doing CNN tomorrow night live from the great state of New Hampshire because they are rightfully desperate to get those fantastic Trump ratings once again. They made me a deal I couldn't refuse. Could be the beginning of a new and vibrant CNN with no more fake news, or it could turn into a disaster for all, including me. Let's see what happens Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Yeah, I'm going to be tuning in, okay? I may or may not live stream it. I haven't decided yet, but I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know I'm live streaming it. We probably be cutting in and out the stream. I'm probably going to have my assistant have it already set up for me. So by the time I get home, matter of fact, I will be late because, you know, I go live at 9 unless I can get my co-host to set up and just live stream it. Ooh, I think we're going to put something together and try to see what's up, y'all, because I think that is going to make headways for me. And I really want to hear what he got to say. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to lie to you.
Will definitely be tuning in. Again, we have people in the mainstream liberal media that are pissed off about this because, once again, they're showing us they actually really don't believe in democracy. They actually really don't believe in journalism. They don't think that CNN should actually voice all sides of the political debate. And Joy Reid and friends are going to express the fact that they don't believe in this stuff. They don't believe in journalism. They don't believe in democracy in this cry fest that they're going to have about CNN deciding to host this Trump town hall. Take a look.
David Chalian, the political director for CNN, told Vanity Fair that Trump's role in January 6th, quote, makes him a unique candidate, but that it does not make our approach any different in the sense that we hold every candidate who comes to CNN accountable for their words. Joining me now is Angelo Carusone, president and CEO of Media Matters, and Charlie Sykes, editor-at-large at The Bulwark and an MSNBC contributor. Angelo, let me play you David Zaslav. He's the CEO of Warner Brothers, I think a conservative or libertarian. He's the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. Here he is discussing CNN hosting Trump.
What happened at some of your competitors? Is a divided government. Right. We need to hear both voices. That's what you see. Republicans are on the air on CNN. Democrats are on there. MSNBC. All voices should be heard on. He's the front runner. He has to be on. He has to be. We're happy that. Yeah. Well, the last guy would.
Republicans, Democrats, insurrectionists, everybody's on the air. Your thoughts, Angelo?
I mean, I get a little uncomfortable with the false coequivalences and false balance, if that's the position that they've taken, because it's kind of a reflection of the larger posture that CNN has had over the last year or so, which is to basically mollify all of their right-wing critics, or at least to attempt to mollify them by validating even the most bad faith attacks on the network from them, and then shift their focus to try to appeal to them to come back on the channel with all sorts of concessions or sort of gimmies. And I think, yeah, of course he's the Republican frontrunner. There's newsworthiness around it. It is absurd in some ways, but we have to cover it. I appreciate that. What I don't appreciate is the circumstances and the timing. It feels kind of odious, like an attempt to goose their ratings ahead of not just the moment that we're in terms of Fox sort of sliding, but this big upfront event that's happening. So I think that's a part of it, and I find that a little unsettling. And I think the hubbub and the frustration that's out there is as much a reflection of the fact that they're giving Trump airtime as a lack of confidence that CNN's going to do it well. And then the format, which is, they keep saying, well, he's going to answer questions from citizens. It's not about them engaging in journalism. It really is about just giving him sort of a platform. And so it does feel like a laundering. And I think that's fundamentally what the major concern is here.
Yeah, right. And they're making it a big deal, Charlie. I mean, the person who's going to moderate this is formerly of the Daily Caller, their Washington reporter who did the morning show earlier. But it feels to me like this is a pretty open attempt by CNN to push itself to the right and make itself attractive and show its belly to MAGA and to conservatives, hoping that they will tune in. That's what it feels like to me. What does it seem to you?
Ain't that kind of what you want? So you don't want the right to come tune in to CNN. So it's like saying, I only want to make news for certain people. That is almost the true definition of the word biased. Yeah. I only want to make news for Democrats. If you the red pill popping people, you stay over there on Fox. But when Tucker was anchoring at Fox, he had both parties. He just told the truth. Flat out. It really didn't matter about who's tuning in or why they're tuning in. It's tune in. I think that's the real biggest point that I'm seeing that I'm having a difficulty trying to understand is like, y'all complaining about having the right come over to y'all network and watch and maybe switch and not like Trump no more. They don't think like that. They're not even trying to put that scenario up for debate. No. They're weird. They are weird. Weird as hell.
Well, it feels like horrifically bad judgment to me. Let's be clear about this. This is not journalism. This is entertainment. In journalism, you actually will control what the questions and the answers, and you will have some sort of a filter for misinformation. CNN will not be able to filter or control the disinformation that Donald Trump puts out on the air live, and CNN that will not even be able to control the kinds of issues that are talked about. In journalism, you would ask him about the 26 women who have alleged sexual assault. You would ask him about whether or not he believes that the Constitution should be terminated. You would ask him about January 6th. You would ask him about pardoning the people that attacked the police officers. will that be what Republican MAGA-leaning voters in New Hampshire are going to discuss? And yet they've given him a full hour of airtime. And Donald Trump knows entertainment. He's allergic to journalism, which is why he's going to love this town hall.
David Chalian, the political director.
Yeah, so you've seen that, you heard that. Now, what I find to be absolutely fascinating and very telling about that little conversation there, right, that cry fest from Joy Reid and friends, is just how much these people really don't believe in democracy. They don't believe in journalism. Like, just listen to what these people are saying. Basically, what they're saying is that we're pissed, first and foremost, that CNN, which again is supposed to be a media outlet, okay? They're supposed to be a news organization. We're pissed that they're allowing opinions on the platform that we don't like, which implies that they think that CNN is supposed to be left wing, right? They're only supposed to host and have certain opinions. Now, keep in mind, MSNBC is dominating CNN in the ratings because MSNBC has captured a far left radical audience, which unfortunately is a big audience in this country. And CNN can't out radical MSNBC. Okay. I mean, they're basically sponsoring left-wing terrorism, right? It doesn't get much more radical than MSNBC. Okay. They're sponsoring hate and terrorism in this country. They are also saying, well, we don't like the fact that CNN is hosting Trump. We also don't like the fact that CNN is allowing the people to ask Trump questions that they're concerned about. Do you hear that, guys? Do you hear what they're saying? They're saying, no. We don't like the fact that CNN isn't being journalists by controlling the conversation, by asking questions that we think that Trump should be asked. Okay, we don't like the fact that the people are allowed to ask Trump what they're concerned about, as if they believe, right? This is what they believe. They actually believe that, no, it's our job to tell people what are the important questions, right? They're concerned that the people, the actual voters, aren't going to ask Trump about all the scandals and the witch hunt that the mainstream liberal media has created against Trump, right? Because that's all they want to talk about. All they want to talk about is negative. They want to talk about scandal after scandal after scandal, which again, half of them, right? A lot of them are created by the mainstream liberal media. No, they're upset because they think that because there's a possibility that the voters are not going to ask about that voters might ask about things that they actually care about, like the economy, like the border, like foreign policy, like.
I literally heard a story this morning where a guy said the number one killing of kids in America, hear me out, y'all, is guns. When reports also say the number one killing of kids is fentanyl, drugs. The word fentanyl is made at, it's Mexico. Now, guns killing kids versus fentanyl, y'all. People that watch my show, I know y'all know just as well as I know that it's not guns that's killing kids. It is the drugs. It is the fentanyl. Every other day, I'm reading, hearing, told a story about fentanyl. My mama calling me every other week. Stop smoking weed. They're putting weed in fentanyl. Kids is dropping off. So guns killing kids, or is it fentanyl, y'all? I want y'all to do a small little research, and y'all come back and y'all tell me what I need to finish talking about. All right? I'm going to hold off on my boy right here on that story right there. But that's cool. I'm glad they reminded me that's coming up too. I'm so glad they did remind me. Find y'all another quick story. Hey, this Jonathan Major thing right here in the middle, man. I'm kind of hearing that he not guilty. I'm starting to hear that, y'all. I'm hearing more and more stories that he not guilty more than saying that he is guilty. So this the
The
Matt Walsh
story of
show,
the
y'all.
Texas mall shooter gets stranger and stranger by the day. This was a Hispanic man named Mauricio Garcia, and not the name that you would expect for an alleged white supremacist, quote unquote, or the ethnicity that you would expect. You know, when someone tells you about this white supremacist that committed a mass shooting, and you don't know the person's name, but maybe you're guessing what the name might be. You would never guess Mauricio Garcia as the name. That's what we're told. And shortly after the shooting occurred, hours later, we had all kinds of alleged details of his background, his ideological views. And we're told again that he's a Mexican neo-Nazi white nationalist. And this is largely based on alleged postings of his on a Russian social media site. So Mexican neo-Nazi posting on a Russian social media site. Here's NBC News. A social media page appearing to belong to a gunman who killed 8 people at a Dallas area outlet mall had shared extremist beliefs with rants against Jews, women, and racial minorities, posted since September, as well as posts about struggling with mental health. Mauricio Garcia, 33, maintained a profile on the Russian social networking platform OKRU, including posts referring to extremist online forums such as 4chan and content from white nationalists, including Nick Fuentes and anti-Semitic white nationalist provocateur. In the weeks before the attack, Garcia posted more than 24 photos of Allen Premium Outlets, where an officer killed him after the shooting Saturday, and surrounding areas, including several screenshots of Google location information seemingly monitoring the mall at its busiest times. Many of his posts referred to his mental health. In his final post, he lamented what his family might say and wrote that no psychologist would be able to fix him. In another post, he made disturbing comments about what makes a mass shooting important, and quote unquote, and praised a person who opened fire at a private Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee this year, killing 6 people, including 3 children. The shooter, along with that, also posted a series of, a little bit more from NBC. The shooter also posts a series of links to other sites, including a YouTube account that featured a video published the day of the shooting. In it, he removed a scream mask and said, "Not quite what you were expecting, huh?" He also posted photos of a flak vest emblazoned with patches, one of them with the initialism for right-wing death squad, a popular meme among far-right extremist groups. And then he also had supposedly swastika tattoos. We're also told that he allegedly posted some content from Tim Pool. So Tim Pool was trending all of yesterday because he was mentioned in some of this content. And he had another post, allegedly, which begins with the words, "This post was inspired by libs of TikTok." And then the post goes into a rant about Jews and how he admires Hitler or whatever. So here's the full picture that's been painted for us that we're expected to believe. A Mexican neo-Nazi with a page on a Russian social media site was an admirer of Tim Pool and Nick Fuentes and Hitler, but also was a fan of the trans shooter that shot up a Christian school and was inspired by libs of TikTok in his Jew hatred, even though the woman who runs libs of TikTok is Jewish herself and has never posted, obviously, any anti-Jewish content. Does that make sense? Did all that seem clear to you? Make total sense? Oh, not at all? Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you take this at face value, I don't know what to tell you. Meanwhile, even according to this official narrative, this guy was apparently openly posting his intention to commit this shooting, posting photos from his reconnaissance of the location, and no intelligence agency ever got wind of it. Yet another mass shooter who's out, basically openly announcing, "Hey, I'm going to commit a mass shooting, everybody. Here's where I'm going to do it. I'm posting pictures of it." And our intelligence agencies had no idea. Still too busy tracking maybe the people, the parents at PTA meetings and school board meetings, the real domestic terrorists. And then the shooting happens. So intelligence agencies had no idea about it, no matter how often he was announcing his plans. And then it happens. And then immediately after that, everyone knows everything about his entire social media profile, including his obscure profiles on random Russian websites. The whole thing is call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't care. I don't. It doesn't just smell funny. It reeks. Have you been thinking about going back to school to finish your?
Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? Did not say that. Did not say that yesterday and the day before yesterday. And I keep saying that, like, y'all, we are going to keep hearing these stories about this person and how he's a neo-Nazi. And he got, like, that's going to be hard to. I have been called an Uncle Ruckus since the Boondocks came out. I've been called Uncle Tom. I have. You know what I'm saying? I never thought I'd be up here saying that, and I always was like skeptical of wanting to say that because I didn't want people thinking like, "Oh man, he just trying to start controversy." He be saying like, "No, I really have been called that. I have really been so-called taking that black card away. I think too white." I've been told that. I mean, it doesn't bother me now because now I see that I don't think white. I just think conservative. I think more of values that's going to help my economy and my country. Because this is my country. This is where I stay. This is where I'm going to die at. You know, hopefully. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? And I keep getting heard and I heard these things and I heard these laws and I heard these rules and I'm like, man, it don't make no sense. It really don't. And yet again, this just proves to me that, you know, I'm showing you videos of people that get way more views. Matt, what's his name? I forgot. That's sad. Matt Wash is getting paid a nice pretty penny. He has a wonderful team that can sit here and help him get all the information. Things I wish I had. And I was trying to build a team that, like, look at here, I want to report on this. Can y'all go bring me all the information that I need so I can do a report and go live and talk to y'all? You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? And with the job that I have time to look up stories and stuff like that, but I don't have time to fully get stories, download videos, and get them all ready so I can go live every night. So that's why y'all really see me shooting around different stories and different things and you know, jumping around with stories on my live, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have the time. I don't have the team to help me out like I would like to. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool as just being a pothead and coming with stories like this because, you know, I still be watching my pothead family and my community. And now I'm starting to get introduced to these big families. Oh, man, I walked in somebody live and they had 128 people. I was like, oh, okay, there they are. There they are. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to tap into some of these families and y'all that watch me. I love y'all to death. Tap into some of these families with this Burn Live and let them know that we out here because I consider y'all Burn Live family just like me. You know what I'm saying? And let's see if we can spread the word of like, hey, check this out. You know, I don't know. I listen to these podcasters or these live streamers. I do. Don't think I don't. I watch y'all just as well as they watch me. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I do understand how we do watch each other. You know what I'm saying? And they hear me ranting and I say these little things. And if you watch me and you think I talk about you specifically, like you really like, oh my God, that Burn Live is talking about me, he be talking about me, then you have another thing coming. You have to really check yourself and better yourself because there's a lot of podcasts, live streaming groups that's doing way better than me. So why am I out here talking about you specifically? And when I talk about other streamers and what I see and just me putting my 2 cents in, I'm only critiquing myself and my show when I go out there and watch y'all and I'm like, they doing it like this. So let me not try to do it like that as much because they got that on lock. Let me find my lane. That's why I do the way I do when we up here and putting up these videos and shows and stuff like that, man. Bruh, on me. It's not like we can sit up here. And sometimes I wish I was that type of person. I wish I was the type of person that could sit up here like, man, come on, y'all. We just gonna sit up here and smoke some weed and watch some anime. And oh yeah, I bet y'all go get a whole slew of anime lovers. You see what I'm saying? I that's why I feel like I think I really chose this hard, difficult road to march down. Be a pothead, but not just a pothead. A conservative marijuana pothead that's gonna talk about some news and talk about that realness, talk about stuff that I guess most of y'all see on y'all. Yeah, and that they see on their feeds every day, and that it's sensitive. Oh my gosh, it's sensitive. And I'm like, oh my God, I know it's sensitive, but it must be done. I don't want to, when I'm dead and gone, be like, man, potheads covered everything out there, but they were scared to cover politics. Why is the pothead community so scared to cover politics? Even the marijuana, there's marijuana law groups. They cover a little bit of politics, but they only cover politics under law when it comes to legalizing weed. And I'm like, so is that it? Is that all that this community is about? It's just legalizing weed. That's it. We don't care about nothing else that goes on in our life. That to me pisses me off. And that's why I do this. To sit up here and think that potheads only worried about weed and that's it. They can care less. It's like, give me a ton of weed, I'ma lock my door and forget about the rest of society. That's bullshit. Because when I go out here and I talk to people as a pothead, they got plenty to say. And they're intrigued with like a person that's gonna try to come out here in this pothead industry. I'll be like, wow, you're intrigued? You intrigued? Yeah. Okay. Tune in. I go live Monday through Friday. What? Monday through Saturday. Sometimes on Sunday. And I'll be looking for them. I'm looking for them because I know I've been consistent enough. And it's not me ranting and complaining about nobody coming up in here because I highly appreciate the people that come. But I do specifically look for certain people. I'm not going to lie to nobody. I'm not going to lie to y'all that be watching. I do look for specific people and not my regulars. I love y'all to death, but it's like I don't even look for y'all because I know y'all going to show up. I know y'all gonna say hi. I know y'all gonna say what's up. I know we finna kick. I know we finna learn something. I know we finna discuss, have a cannabisation. So you know I'm not talking about y'all. But it's those ones that call me out the blue. Hey, I'm just checking up on you. I thought about it today. I thought about it before they called. Like, man, I ain't heard from them in a while. Then they called. Then they showed up. And I was like, dang, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I would love to start back that cold coffee. I would love for that person to come back, hit me up, you know what I'm saying? And we get back through. Because, you know, they got New York. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, I got people up in Minnesota, Texas.
Did we have someone from Brazil out here yesterday?
Oh, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? The newcomers, the new faces, how y'all doing out there? I understand. You know what I'm saying? But it just some Pacific people out there that talk to me on somewhat of a regular basis. I'm looking for you. I'm just looking for you. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Hi, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen you in a while. You know, so I do be looking for you. And yes, this is me calling them out. Not by name, but I am calling them out because I would like to see them. I seen a post today. I think I posted it, and or next time I see it, I'm gonna post it on one of my reels because my reels was popping, and then it's not popping. It just depends, but I'm gonna share it. I like all my people shit. If I see my peoples in their jobs, or better yet, doing their businesses, I'm liking it. That's how you rock. I'm rocking with you. And when I seen that post, I was like, that's how I feel. I rock with you. But if I want to rock with you, hey, I'm looking for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about the comments. I can see we just bing. Hey, how you doing? What's up? You know what I'm saying? I share you out. You share me out. We share each other out, child. In this community over here, I want to be share free. If you have a business and you're doing it, I want to be able to share it out. I want to be able to help somebody. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of people that run across me or in my phone that I would love to say, hey, I got this person. Introduce. I got this person. Network. You know what I'm saying? We all out here to network. But I do got some highly antisocial mother. I do.
Yeah. You need to stop talking to the antisocial people.
How do the hell I get away from you antisocial people?
This is the most busiest place in town.
Oh, I got the most anti-socialist friends I could ever meet, man. I don't go out, man. I don't talk, man. I mean, I don't go out as much, but I know a little free little joint. We can go out and chill and hang out and smoke and chill.
You don't go out much either anymore. We used to be popping every weekend.
On God.
And now we don't do that.
But look,
that's okay.
Cause I know, but I want to go. I want to get season tickets to the football game. To the football game. Stuff like that. I know I'm be going to some WNBA games this season. Candace Parker out there in the world, man. I gotta go, man. I'll be doing things. You know what I'm saying? I want to get back to the top golfing and the go-karting and stuff like that. But man, I really need that. I need some swaggerlicious friends, man. All these I don't do nothing as friends. Oh, y'all too grown. Oh man, I'm too grown. I'm too old. Understandable, you don't have the money. That's why you save up for a trip. I don't have the money.
Me either.
I'm saving up to do this, to do that, I had to make this look like something. I gotta finish that background over there because that green screen is not really working that well. I'd rather have some decorations up over there. For when I have my guests and I'm over there drilling them with these questions. Man, I'm always out here in this desert doing something. Now that I'm, we got these home base. Y'all know my home base. So yes, I'm ready to do shows out in the club and just go live out and about. Hey, I'm live out here. Man, I used to do that so much. Walk around and show y'all Fremont, the Strip.
I've never been to Fremont.
Serious? Man, but I'm gonna get back at it, y'all. I also had a job to where those hours to go out and kick it was easy. Now I get off at a time to where I'm trying to hurry up and get home to go live with y'all. other than that, if I push this back, that means I won't go live till like 10 o'clock. Sometimes I be thinking about it too. Like I'm gonna just start going live at 10 o'clock. Give me, the hours that I need to come home, get home and get ready, get suited, get booted, get rooted. Hey, it is what it is. Those who rock with me, hey, y'all be up late. You know what I'm saying? You early mornings, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I see y'all when I see y'all, but I be feeling like that sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, sheesh. I got home today and hooked up and got everything together. Damn, that's what's up. That's what's up. But hey, this is the first time that I got home suited up less than 30 minutes and everything worked. So, like, shit, shocked as fuck. Shocked as hell. Don't know what to say. Hey, man, I just appreciate. I just want to give a shout out to my mama for creating me, putting me in this predicament. You know what I'm saying? Be a podcaster, man. Hey, dog, I like this podcast and I like this streaming, dog. I like bringing y'all scoops and news of things that I feel that matters to me that I would love to share with y'all. I'm starting to get a lot of sports news too, y'all. A lot of sports news, which is crazy. Yet again, I want to do sports, but I don't want to do sports by myself. It's just certain things that I have too much energy and I would need somebody to help me, structure sports out because I would be literally all over the place. Too all over the place. Then I got to find out what I can and cannot get away with. Can I show highlights? No, I can't, and be mad at a motherfucker and shit like that. Y'all see? I probably can't even say that MF word. And see that's the stuff that'll be pissing me off, folks. For real. That's the stuff that for real will be irking the life out of me because I'm like, man, if I can't show the highlights and we're talking about sports, I'm just gonna show them the end score, the stats, and then we just gonna go from there. But you know what I'm saying? We all know about a crossover, a move or something that happened that we want to like, man, I want to discuss. Like, nah, we can't discuss that. That's bull. Yeah. You see why I don't want to do the sports? Because I want to talk about the reels and the highlights and the stuff like that. Yes, I do. Homie. I want to talk about What's up, Nitro? I know you somewhere out there making beats. Hell, y'all. It's almost time to go. And every time I be like it's almost time to go, I always get them 2 extra heads, and I'm like, damn. But I'm gonna stay in here until my blunt gone at least. Cause we is a marijuana. We marijuana keeping you connected, y'all. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, bad. Hey, y'all, my boy Nitro out here ain't feeling well, y'all. So I need y'all to put y'all blessings out there and say your prayers, man. Wish my boy to get well soon. Not soon. Get well fast. I know they get well soon. That's all that Walmart, that Hallmark. No, we need you to get better tomorrow. I mean, yeah, but we're gonna just give us, we're gonna say our prayer that you get better ASAP Rocky. Take some NyQuil and NyQuil and mix that stuff up and have a good night's rest. Matter of fact, just because you told me that, I'm gonna take a bath because I felt bad. Sheesh. And I ain't liking this beat. This is not a beat that you in. So yeah, everybody let's take a dab for the sick.
It's quite simple, really. I had to win.
I got you, bro.
You see, Therese, I'd made winning my whole life. And when you make winning your whole life, you have to keep on winning, no matter what. You understand that?
No, I don't understand, Coach.
And I cleared this
You had
too.
2 gold medals.
So it's
You had it
all it's all big hits.
Therese, a gold medal is a wonderful thing. But if you're not enough without it.
Did I pick this nigga whole album or some shit? Tripping. Look, everybody taking dabs. That's what's up. The whole squad taking dabs for you. Hey. 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 Hey.
No Bash, you been tripping on them hoes.
Oh yeah, y'all in trouble. I done got back my dab in my. I be thinking I can dab like a. I know I can't though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just more easier and more fluent that I can dab. I can take it 2 or 3, 4 hits of the dab and be on some chill on me. Hey, yeah. Burn live, y'all. This is what's up, y'all. I appreciate my family stopping through. I love y'all to death. Take one more dab. I'm gonna say goodnight. What y'all smoking? I hate asking that question. Y'all see, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I caught myself. I do not like asking people what they smoking on. Like, I know y'all smoking on some good. Some good. And that nigga burn the beat out here Saturday at the cookie shop. Introducing that new pre-rolls. I thought I was done coughing. I see me trying to hold it. That's what I was trying to do. I was really trying to hold it in. Huh? Twerk. Straight up. I ain't mad at you. Hey. I know at the end of the show and it must go. I remember I was talking about this, what was real, and keep it real, keep it true, nigga, keep in the field. I ain't gotta walk a mile, but I walked in the field. Hey, back and forth, and they had to let me go. I had to realize when they let me go, there's no coming back to the same porch, to the same yellow brick road, nigga. I'm through the torch. Another blaze. It's been a phase. Been a long time, yeah, it's been a day. Come back to the OJs. Hey, like to fade away. This be the end. I be messing with y'all because y'all know y'all my friends. Sometimes I gotta turn the beat up or turn it down because y'all not around. I gotta hear the voices when they not around because the snakes be whispering in the grass. I gotta roll it up fast. I gotta smoke it real long. I gotta keep it real strong. I gotta go with so on. I gotta keep it so strong. I gotta focus it on. I gotta look at what's on. Cut it off though. Gotta cut in the light. This is the night show. Nah, hey, I told you I'm gonna start freestyling for the end since I be holding it in. I know I like my beats. I know I like my beats, man. I know I like my beats. That's what Nitro be telling me, man. You should do the whole first hour about the news, and then the second hour you might have to do, hey, feel it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to listen to music, man. Having that mellow beat in the background. I know Nitro probably falling asleep. Now let me get off here, y'all. All right. It's been a beautiful one. Good night, y'all. Peace.